Alright, so today we'll be looking at the isometric circle, and based on the last cube that we draw, the very first thing you learn to do was to draw the cube, the isometric cube. So we'll be adding a circle to it, which is the isometric circle. Alright, remember the first thing that you need to do when you open AutoCAD, you set your units. So let me set my units. I already set the millimeters and the precision is 0.0. Okay. You also need to set your plane because we'll be drawing isometric drawing to isoplane top. So we'll be drawing in isometric. Remember the length of the cube was 60 millimeters. So let us continue drawing in that. Let us recreate that cube and add the circle to it. So let me go ahead and construct that cube. 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. Okay, I'm just going to rush through it because we already know how to construct the cube. Okay. Okay. Alright, so now that we've constructed the cube, we're going to add our circles to it. So isometric circle. So in order to add an isometric circle, we wouldn't, I know you said the first thing you will think of is to click circle. But we're not going to click circle. We're going to use an ellipse because an isometric circle is not really a circle. An isometric circle is actually an ellipse. So let us go ahead and construct this circle. First thing I need to do is to change. We'll be constructing our circle on the right hand side of the cube. So we need to change our isoplane to isoplane right. Isoplane right. Next thing I need to do is to find the center of this side, the square on the cube. So the center of the cube is going to be right here. As long as your midpoint is on, you can find the center of the cube, well, the square on the right side. So we can find the center. As long as the midpoint and the center is on, we can find it. Let us go ahead. So now we click axis end. You right click on your touchpad or your mouse and select isocircle. So now we go ahead and we find the midpoint. So here's the midpoint of this square, and we can construct our isocircle. So that's how we construct the isocircle on the right. When you're finished constructing the circle, you can delete the line. That's just a construction line. So you select the line and press delete. So there you have your isometric circle on the right. Let us create that isometric circle on the left. So what we do is we go ahead, we change our isoplane to isoplane left. Next thing we need to do is select axis end, and we need to find the center of this side. So we go ahead and construct our construction line, which is a diagonal line. So here, this point is the center of that side. So we can go ahead, select axis end, right click on your mouse or touchpad, select isocircle, find the midpoint, and there. We have created our circle on the left. Next thing to do now is to create our circle on the top. So we now have to change to isoplane top. So we go again, find the midpoint of the square on the top. Next thing we need to do, select axis end, find the midpoint, and then we can, oops, I did not change. So we need to go ahead, change it to iso circle, find the midpoint, and we can go ahead and construct our circle. When you're finished, delete the construction line, and there we have our isometric circles. And that's how you create the isometric circles. You should go ahead and complete yours so we can upload it. Thank you.